That is the domestic enemy that's going to be prosecuted, representing the agency. Are in fact demons under a fake sun. This and flying over the top of my head. And doing so as I'm capturing images of their being prosecuted as terrorists while the demon-possessed are molesting with impossible light. This is also molesting with impossible light while you walk through it. And what Starla and Abigail and Alexander were engaging in at the Ovid Family Community Library, where I'm being terrorized in the parking lot and engineered light flying over the top of my head, following me from the entrance to the back parking lot. Mike Lorenz is openly exposing the fact that he is an enemy of this country, and so are the people of the state. The domestic terrorists are the mentally ill, suicidal, self-destructive psychopaths who are engaged in serial killings as a corrupt society and using absurd instruments such as planes and helicopters to target American citizens whom they together conspire to murder, and they are the demon-possessed. Mike Lorenz and Derek Williams are going to be prosecuted as the enemies of the country. They're sharing in what is the pattern of conduct. This is the fake sun at 7:37 a.m. I'm standing at 536 North Euclid Avenue at 11 o'clock in the morning, and in the natural environment where demons are exposed as being gang stalkers in the unnatural environment, because the natural environment would not include this fake sun being on the same street over me, the same person, over the top of my head at 11 a.m., where demons are engaged in what is crossing path. This is the daytime version of the demon-possessed stalking with light. They're driving in impossible light. It's on the sides. While the fake sun is on the driver's side of their vehicles, you can see the luminescence. They're driving in and monitoring with the terrorist leader, Ontario Police Department, an agency engaged in the conspiracy to murder while they target an American citizen, and they obviously do so. It's obvious because of the fake sun, it's obvious because of the engineered light, and it's also obvious because I'm engaged in use of my phone again, which the entity is keeping under surveillance, all the demons together, while they are stalking as a population that's mentally ill. These are the domestic enemies. These are obsessed stalkers. These are the demon-possessed that conspire murder. This is what Tracy Banks and Jason Fields and the entity that's engaged in repeated kidnapping, the people of the state at the Ovid Family Community Library, gang stalking me with that agency in the parking lot, they're going to prison. And this does not ever, under any circumstances, result in what is defaming the character of that American citizen that's being targeted in the obvious manner that the Ontario Police Department have exhibited, which is the prosecution of the entire state of California and the mandated change of legislation, state and federal. The entity defames the character of the American citizen that's being targeted by a mentally ill population. This is audible activity, relevant positioning, and light activity. They're demons, and they're absurdly psychopathic. There's no coincidence with flying over the top of my head everywhere that I'm at in the specific environment. This is P.O.C. This is the prosecution for terrorism of Mike Lorenz, the Ontario Police Department, and the state of California.